Okay, we're going to go ahead and move into the quantity on hand and quantity on order. So in order to update this area, we will need to click the icon to make these adjustments for quantity on hand. Okay. So I'm going to indicate that we have 10 on hand. And then click the adjust button. And you notice now it shows I have 10 on hand. Okay, I want to take just a moment to show you how this field can work for future reference. So let me click on save. So when I first put this part in, I had 10 on hand. Let's say I'm now going back in and I no longer have 10 on hand. Let's say that I only have 8 on hand. So how are you going to make this adjustment? You'll click on that icon again to make an adjustment, and instead of keying 8, you'll need to key a -2, because what's going to happen, EverLogic is going to take the original amount that you have on hand and it's going to either add or subtract the amount that you want to adjust. So if I have 8 on hand, then I would use -2. If I have 12 on hand, I would use the +2. Okay, we'll go ahead and make this adjustment by clicking the adjust button, and then you'll notice EverLogic subtracted the 2 from the 10 that was currently there, and it now shows 8. Okay, good job. And then of course, if you already have some on order, you can update quantity on order. Otherwise, you're just going to leave that at 0. All right, let's go ahead and move into the next section. And here we're going to enable minimum level ordering. Now, when you click this radio button, you are triggering EverLogic to suggest to you when this particular part gets below the minimum on hand that you select. So for instance, these are batteries. Let's say that I don't want to go below 50 of these in stock. So I would put 50 in the minimum quantity on hand. And then I may also choose a maximum. So let's say I don't want to go over having 100 batteries on hand. So again, in order for these two fields to work, you must select the radio button to enable minimum level ordering. Let's take this a step further. What is that actually going to do for you? So I'm going to save this, and I'm going to come back over to Parts and Service and share with you the suggested reordering. Okay? On suggested reordering, I'm just going to click Search. I could have narrowed down my search here by company or by seasonal reorder, but I'm searching, which brings up all of my locations. I'm going here to the plus symbol on the left side to open up additional options. I now see different vendors where I have a plus symbol that I'm going to click on, and it shows me a list of parts that have now fallen below the minimum amount that I have chosen for that particular part. So it is suggesting that we reorder the parts under the suggested reordering tab. All right, and we came to the suggested reordering here because in our part, we chose to enable minimum level ordering. Again, I chose to use a minimum of 50 on hand, and once my stock or inventory gets down below that 50 count, then I will have a suggested reordering for this part. All right, we have also given you 4 seasonal sections. So you can also enable minimum level ordering per season. So let's take, for instance, in the winter. You probably want to have a lot more antifreeze on hand in the winter versus in the summer. So you may, if we were working with antifreeze here, I would then go into winter and maybe I don't want to fall below 100. And then maybe a maximum would be like 125, 130. Whatever your dealership chooses. So, and that's just an example there. Well, let's say tires, another example. Tires, you know, in the summer or fall, you may sell more tires because people are doing more traveling. So you could set the summer seasonal for your tires, and let's say I don't want to go below 75 on a particular tire, or I don't want to go more than 110 on that particular tire. Again, these are just a couple of examples where you might want to use your seasonal minimum level ordering. And again, you have up to 4 seasons for each part. That again will trigger the suggested reordering for those parts in EverLogic. This can definitely save you a lot of time.